One of the best ways to think about distributed cognition is to think about the way that you play Scrabble, if you've ever played Scrabble, or even to think about the way that you might play a card game like Rummy or Hearts. We tend to organize our tiles in Scrabble. We tend to organize the cards in our hands in a certain way. And that is because of the theory of uh, distributed cognition. And what that theory means is that we don't just think with our brains, we also think with our environments. It helps us think to be able to rearrange our Scrabble tiles. It helps us think to be able to rearrange the cards in our hand. It helps us think to put ideas on sticky notes and put them up on the wall. So um, this is a great way of explaining why in design thinking processes we use so many sticky notes. It's a question of making information modular. We also do a lot of modeling in design thinking, and modeling is a distributed cognition tool. We model systems by sketching them. This often is sketching by hand using a pencil and paper. It's a great way to just sort of visually make ideas physical. It allows you to see connections between things in a different way than simply like a digital outline wouldn't give you. And then prototyping is also a distributed cognition tool. It's a way of actually making potential solutions physical. It's a way that you can evaluate them. There's multiple different kinds of prototyping tools that we use in design thinking at all stages of the process. One stage of prototyping would be wireframes in the user experience design process. We even do a lot of sketching as well. And it's because we're not just tool users. We are, as humans, we're tool thinkers. I love this idea Kevin Kelly has talked about. He first talked about it when he talked about sort of nerd culture, but it is really, it's kind of a third way. So if we think about in science, we understand our world through experimentation. And in the humanities, we understand our world by philosophizing about it, by doing thought experiments. But in design, we understand through making, by this process of distributed cognition. In terms of the prototyping phase, there's a lot of different expertise in terms of product definition. So in user experience design, we get really good at wireframes. Other prototypes that we're going to be developing are personas. And then there's testing to develop expertise in the idea validation phase is also really useful. We will be doing some user testing with our prototypes, and user testing is not as easy as it sounds, so it'll be great to develop some expertise in that area.